more than what we do. It's who we are.
Oh, 4-3 the score. WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
One more segment for us on Cubs Pre, and coming up next, the man we're hanging on, the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We treat you right. We're reliable as heck. And, this is big, we go where you want to go with over 80 nonstop destinations out of Midway alone. So go with what just makes sense. Don't overthink it. That's for FIPS, WOBAs, and WARPs. Am I right? Southwest Airlines, the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. On published Midway flight schedules as of 2/24/6.
Remember enjoying those iconic red, white, and blue freezer pops in the summer? Now imagine that flavor reinvented as an energy shot. Introducing the Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot. A flavor explosion of sweet cherry, zesty lime, and electric blue raspberry that all come blasting together for a seriously refreshing shot. Ignite your taste buds with flavor of the summer. Get a Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code WINNER to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code WINNER to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code WINNER.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Cubs and Reds are moments away. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. We'll go with first baseman Michael Bush, who hits third tonight. Taking a look around baseball in the National League Central, the Brewers in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates, while the Cardinals close out the first half at Busch Stadium hosting the Braves. Our pitching matchup sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shota Imanaga with a 5-7 record and a 4.28 ERA is on the hill for the Cubs. Hunter Green makes only his second start of the season for the Reds as he comes back from injury. 0-1 with a 21.6 ERA for the Reds. It's time now for baseball. Cubs and the Reds in Cincinnati. Pat Hughes and Zach Zaidman have the call next on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids. Reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports pitcher tips. Circa Sports, betting what it should be with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional for service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like pro anywhere in each Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
New car, used car, or electric car, Consumers Credit Union delivers competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This is listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Nico Armstrong with a long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM. Cubs baseball has never sounded this good. Listen to your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
The official sports book, The Score. Sports bet the way. No bet fee.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out what 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Gone! 3-run homer, Ian Happ. Swinging a line drive base hit. He has got it. Pete Crow Armstrong has hit for the cycle. Swiss drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone! What you came in for. You got the Cubs on the Score.
Chicago baseball is presented in part by the full XC90, Fritz Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Arturo Tire. It's not a game. Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and England, oldest brewery in America. Now, here's the Hall of Famer and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Time for game 1 of this 3-game series between Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Good evening, everybody. Along with Zach Zaidman pinch hitting for Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It is a sweltering summer night here in Ohio. Temperature in the mid-upper 80s. It's humid, and the ball should really carry in this ball game tonight. Starting going to be Shota Imanaga for the Cubs. The left-hander, right-hander Hunter Green is starting for Cincinnati. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for the Cubs tonight, the all-star Pete Crow Armstrong in center field. Alex Bregman at third base. Batting third and playing at first, Michael Bush. Seiya Suzuki, the fielder in the top spot. Batting fifth in left field, Ian Happ. The number 6 batter is Nico Horner at second base. Michael Conforto is the designated hitter. Carson Kelly to bat 8th and do the catching. And Dansby Swanson is batting 9th and playing shortstop for the Cubs. There are the Cubs. Here are the Cincinnati Reds. L.A. De La Cruz leads off at short. Sal Stewart at first base. Spencer Steer is the Reds center fielder. Batting fourth in left field, J.J. Bleday. Eugenio Suarez, the designated hitter. Suarez to bat fifth. Tyler Stevenson catching. Noelvi Marte in right field. Edwin Arroyo batting 8th, playing second base. And batting 9th and playing third base for Cincinnati, Key Brian Hayes. So there you have the lineups. Big crowd on hand. Many of them congregating in an area right behind the Cubs' third base dugout. But they are expecting an audience of at least 30,000 here tonight on this warm summer night in Ohio. The umpires, Jim Wolf, the crew chief, is scheduled to call balls and strikes tonight. Tyler Jones, the first base umpire. Alex McKay at second, and Roberto Ortiz at third. The umpires right now are all at the home plate area wearing gray trousers, black short sleeve shirts, black hats, and black shoes, and I have no idea what color their socks are. We are just about ready to go. The Cubs and the Reds back to get it started. Right after this, you are listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Carson Kelly. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Come see what's happening in Greater Des Moines, where every weekend feels like an event. The nationally ranked Downtown Farmers Market, the iconic Iowa State Fair, the award-winning Des Moines Arts Festival, and Hinterland, one of the Midwest can't-miss music festivals. Add in an iCubs game, tenderloin as big as home plate, and a few surprises along the way, and suddenly your trip is whatever you want it to be. Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at catchdesmoines.com.
It's game time. That makes it the perfect time for a flight by Yingling. It's just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight, next generation flight from the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. 2 of 3 in Baltimore. And since June 11th, the Cubs are 18-7. That's the second best record in all of baseball. They're looking to head into the All-Star break strong against a struggling Cincinnati team.
Struggling and a division foe, it should be noted as well. Hunter Green, speaking of struggles, Zach, has only made one start. He had elbow issue in spring training. It required surgery that moved some bone chips. Made his first start of the year earlier this week against Baltimore, and things did not go well for him.
No, hits in 3 1/3, 4 walks, I should say, and 7 strikeouts. The velocity was there, and this guy is one of the hardest throwers in all of Major League Baseball. And when he's right, he's done very well against the Cubs in his career, Pat.
Pete Crow Armstrong steps in. We are ready for baseball. We thank you for joining us. These two faced each other as amateurs in Southern California. First pitch of the game, swing and a miss on a big fastball. 0-1, and we're underway. Pete hitting .296. He's ready to play in the All-Star game next week. Hunter Green comes back, fastball outside. Green 0-1 for the year against Baltimore on the 4th of July. He did not last long, just 3 1/3, as Dak told you. Here's a swing and a miss. What are some of the other numbers about Hunter Green that jump out at you, Zach?
Well, the number against the Cubs, over his last 3 starts against the Cubs, he's allowed just 2 runs in 17 innings. That's a 1.06 ERA, including last September, a 1-0 shutout victory, allowed just 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 9, Pat.
I remember that game. He's still throwing very hard. In the very last inning, he finished off that complete game. It was right after the Cubs had clinched a playoff spot in Pittsburgh. Now the pitch to Pete, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nothing fancy. Pete looks out at him as if to say, wow. Those had some mustard on them. With Pete in the clubhouse before the game. They did face each other as amateurs a few times. Pete remembers going 1-3 against him in Southern California, as Alex Bregman will take a strike. Green, very high draft pick, 2nd overall selection back in 2017. Bregman will take another fastball in for a strike. 2. Game time temperature of 84. Sponsored by 4 Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and Bregman will take 3 straight balls, and down he goes.
A 100-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle, out knee high, and Bregman took it for strike 3.
2 down, no score. First inning, the Bush. Bush hitting .233, and he'll take a strike, 0-1. I mentioned the umpires, Jim Wolf calling balls and strikes. The announcement of the umpire, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Next off, and missing for a ball. Cubs wearing their traveling dark blue shirts with red numbers on their backs, the gray trousers, blue hats and helmets, blue socks, and a variety of shoe colors. Reds in their City Connect uniforms here on this Friday in Ohio. Now the 1-1, fastball away. Black shirts and trousers for the Reds. Black hats. red sleeves for Hunter Green. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Strike 2 to Bush. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. 2-2 on Bush. The crowd wants Green to strike out the side. Field is in great shape here, the Great American Ballpark. They do a nice job preparing it. Swinging a fly ball, pretty well hit, starting in, Steer now going back, makes the catch. He initially misjudged it. Bush gave it a pretty long ride, didn't quite get all of it, and his deep fly ball ends the top of the first inning. 3 up, 3 down after a half, 0-0 game on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers? Padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Shota Imanaga's first pitch is taken for ball 1 by Ellie De La Cruz, switch hitting leadoff man, hitting .270. He's got some power, 14 home runs, and tremendous speed. 6'7" right-handed batter, switch hitter, hitting right-handed right now against Shota Imanaga. The Cubs leadoff batter, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. The Pete Crow Armstrong would have gotten a base hit as De La Cruz dribbles one foul off the end of the bat down the first baseline. If Pete would have gotten a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot would have donated $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. No score, bottom of the first. Shota's pitch down low for a ball. And Zach, I know you've done some homework regarding some statistical data regarding Shota Imanaga. What's up?
He comes in with a record of 5-7, a 4.28 ERA in 18 starts.
Ground ball to short, a charging Swanson gloves it and throws to first in time. You could tell that Dansby was well aware of the speed of De La Cruz by the way he charged that ground ball.
Yeah, charged it, took a good hop, belt high, and then quickly got rid of it. De La Cruz can fly down the first base line. But against Cincinnati over the course of his career, Imanaga has pitched very well. 4 starts, Pat, 2-0, a 2.63 ERA, including May 7th at Wrigley, where he struck out 10 in 6 innings, allowing just 1 run.
And he'll go to work on Sal Stewart. Sal named to the All-Star team. He is a rookie. He did get a little service time in last year in the final month, but he's officially a rookie still and a good ball player. 19 home runs. He's driven in 64, and he takes a strike here, and the count now is 1-1.
Showed a splitter on the outside edge at 81 miles per hour.
Imanaga with a very quiet windup. And the next pitch swung on and missed. In fact, it looks like he's working out of the stretch on every single delivery, at least right now. He works over on the third base side of the rubber. He's a left-hander, not real tall. 5'9", former Japanese all-star. In his stretch now, and the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball foul toward third. We'll do it again.
So Shota tripling up on the splitter there to Stewart. That one at 82 miles per hour. The speed gun is powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
And the 1-2 from Imanaga to Stewart. It's down low for a ball. This is a great hitter's park, especially when you get to these summer months. 328 down the line in left, 379 deep left center, 404 straight away, 370, a very inviting right center figure, and 328 or 325 down the right field line. But the ball really carries well, especially to the right side of the diamond. We are right next to the Ohio River, which flows out beyond the right center field fence. And now the 2-2 from Imanaga. Stewart lines a base hit to left center toward the gap. Over to pick it up is Happ. Stewart will take a big turn and hold on with a one-out single. Stewart becomes the first base runner of the game. 0-0 game. Bottom of the first, and the batter is Spencer Steer.
Imanaga began something in the Cubs' last homestand, in which he has the catcher. In that game, it was Miguel Amaya. Tonight, it's Carson Kelly. He wants a very high target from the catcher.
Steer, a right-handed batter. He'll hit a base hit to left. Sharp one-hopper between Bregman and Swanson. Stopping at second is Stewart. And now Shota has to work out of a jam here in the first inning with men at first and second and one away, and the cleanup batter, J.J. Bleday, coming up.
The reason for the high target on every pitch is so you're not tipping anything. That's always a concern with Shota, especially after last season. But he's calm when there's traffic on the bases, which is a rare trait for a pitcher.
Bleday, a left-handed batter. Runners lead the pitch. Breaking ball is outside. The Reds in last place in the division, 42-50. We saw them earlier this year at Wrigley in early May. A swing and a miss. And it's one of those series you will never forget if you're a Cub fan or, I would say, a Red fan. The Cubs swept all 4 games at Wrigley. The first 3 were all walk-off wins, and they came from behind to win all 4, I believe. Here's the pitch. Deep drive to right down the line. Going foul. Plenty of distance, but full foul.
Fastball top of the zone, right along the inside edge at 92 miles per hour. Belt high. Boy, they turned on it just a tick early.
But that series at Wrigley between these two when the Cubs won all 4 was one of the most remarkable series I've ever seen. Here's the 1-2 to Bleday. It's down low for a ball. Drama coming from behind. The crowds were wonderful at Wrigley, as they almost always are. But I thought the crowd had something to do with the wins in that 4-game series. A 4-game sweep by the Cubs. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a foul. A sliver, and I mean a large chunk of wood, flew out of the bat and ended up over near the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. So you saw the ball go one way, part of the bat go the other.
There's a lot happening on that play.
I thought it was the ball, first of all, when I saw it head out to first. And I thought, what an unusually shaped baseball.
And for the record, both the ball and the bat landed in foul territory.
And now a brand new bat for J.J. Bleday. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball got him. That's out number 2. Strikeout for Shota. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are always worth noting because they're brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 2 outs, 2 on. Here is Eugenio Suarez. Suarez hitting .201. Had a big year last season. He swings and misses, and he's had a lot of big days and nights against the Cubs in his career. But he's been kind of low-key this year. He does have 9 home runs, but he hit 50 a year ago. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way to Suarez. Instead of pickoff throw, bluff move by Shota.
And Pat, the first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Suarez missed a bunch of time earlier in the season with an oblique strain.
And the pitch to Suarez is a little bit low for a ball. The Cubs are going to challenge that call. I thought it looked pretty good myself. Carson Kelly says to Jim Wolf, Jim, let's take another look at that. I thought that was a strike.
That ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, and it is just clipped the bottom of the zone.
Chicago has 2 challenges remaining.
It is a strike, and now the count is 0-2. Boy, that turns the at-bat around, doesn't it? Instead of 1-1 to a slugger, now it's 0-2. And the lefty Imanaga ready and delivers. Suarez takes inside for a ball, 1-2. Most of the field is in the shade. Deep center and deep left center still in hazy sunshine. Not a whole lot of room in foul territory here. It's a hitter's park. Here comes the 1-2. Suarez swings and misses. Strike 3. Breaking ball got him. The Reds get 2 hits but no runs. We go to the second inning. 0-0 game on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to Every Game Here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Milo's Money Days are here, and we're making it rain for rewards members. For the first time ever, when you make a purchase of $200 or more through July 12th, you'll get up to $30 back in extra Milo's money. Not a member yet? Join for free today, because members get more at Lowe's. Milo's Money Award varies based on status. Members in Gold get 30, Silver get 20, and Bronze get 10. Milo's Money valid for 30 days. Restrictions and more terms at Lowe's.com/Milo's Money Days.
And the match is about to begin. Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog, but they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Our front paws, hands or feet.
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Cubs and Reds are scoreless as we get set for the top of the second here in Cincinnati. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Pat?
Well, let's see if the Cubs can make a little more noise than they did in the first inning against Hunter Green. Green is an imposing specimen. 6'3", 240 pounds, broad shoulders, and he can bring it. And his first pitch is a strike to Seiya Suzuki. Green has just made the one start against Baltimore earlier this week, and he did not fare well. Here comes the next offering. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit over toward the corner. Running it down is Bleday. On his way to second with a standing double is Seiya Suzuki. Now you can hear the Cub fans in attendance here in Cincinnati.
How about that, Pat? Suzuki is now 9 for 19 in his career against Green. And doubles by Cubs batters are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense.
I saw that, Zach, and he's also got 2 home runs against Hunter Green in their head-to-head matchups. And here is Ian Happ. He went to college here in Cincinnati, and he's had some very big days and nights in this ballpark. In fact, he's had 33 home runs against the Reds, the most that he's had against any team. Happ batting left-handed. And he's had a tough time against Hunter Green as he takes the fastball strike. Happ is just 2 for 19 against him, but one of those was a home run. No score, second inning. Suzuki at second base. And Green to Happ, the pitch on the way. Ian taking inside for a ball, 2-1. This is game 5 in the season series. They'll still have 2 full series remaining against one another after we leave here on Sunday. This is just game number 5 of what will be 13. Time call now. The catcher Stevenson will trot out to chat with Hunter Green. Green, the second pick in the 2017 draft. Now, I was curious, Zach, who was the number 1 pick in the Major League Draft in 2017? Any idea? I never would have gotten this.
I looked it up. It's Royce Lewis, who was taken by Minnesota, and both Lewis and Green have struggled just staying healthy.
Zach, that was very honest of you. Here's a pitch to Ian Happ, chop foul. See, you could have really played the role and rubbed your chin kind of thoughtfully. And let's see, maybe Royce Lewis, the Minnesota Twins. I know they needed a shortstop back at that time. You could have really played it up big, and I would have fallen for it.
I could have, but I have too much respect for you to do that. The third pick, I looked that up too. Mackenzie Gore was drafted number 3 overall that year, 2017. He went to San Diego. He's now with the Texas Rangers.
Keep that idea of rubbing your chin thoughtfully in mind. Here comes the 2-2 now to Ian Happ. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's out number 1. Now, that's a strikeout that really hurts because Ian wanted to pull the ball and at the very least, Zach, advance the runner from second to third. Reno has struck out 3 men already, and the batter is Nico Horner. No score, a man at second, 1 down, second inning. Nico's due to get hot, and he'll poke one foul off to the right, out of play. The outfield shades a lot of the right-handed batters against this guy to hit the other way, which makes sense.
Speaking of which, the defensive alignment is sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handle. Learn more at fitzgeraldequipment.com.
Nico, 4 home runs for the year, 38 driven in, and he'll take way outside for a ball. Green might have tried to overthrow that one a little bit. You could tell he kind of pulled up and stretched out his body as if to say, no, don't have to throw it quite that hard. And now it's 1-1. The lead by Suzuki, the pitch to Horner, swing and a miss. A vanishing slider that time.
I think Green has thrown 3 pitches so far tonight that haven't been fastballs. That was one of them.
Big crowd, fans still filing in. A warm summer night here in Ohio. And Nico swings and misses, strike 3. Nico will question the umpire, Jim Wolf, as he's saying, I thought maybe his bat tipped the glove of the catcher Stevenson. That's the only thing I could think that Nico would be mentioning at that point. Haven't seen a replay yet, Zach, have you?
Yeah, we haven't seen a replay yet. He does strike out on a foul tip, and I think that's the only thing that he could possibly say to the umpire there.
As Michael Conforto steps in, and he'll take ball one, and the Reds are going to challenge that one.
Catcher's challenging the ball.
But even if Nico thought he had foul tipped it, he knows if it goes right to the catcher's glove that it's like a swing and a miss. Strange.
And it is a strike. Almost the entire ball was in the zone, near the bottom of the zone straight away. This ball strike challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
The lights are on here tonight. Tonight's game powered by ComEd. Conforto the DH. Michael hitting .248, fouls it away. Suzuki led off the inning with a double down the left field line. He has stayed there as Happ and Horner have each struck out. And it's up to Conforto to try to put the Cubs on the board. Boy, every left-handed batter is a threat to homer in this park. It's only .370 to the alley in right center. Plus, the ball really seems to carry well in that area. Swinging a foul back.
You make a great point, and especially against a pitcher like Green. He throws so hard, it's tough to string base hits together. You almost need your left-handed batters to come through. One of them get a hold of a pitch and knock it out of the yard to score against this guy.
Hunter Green is ready in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. The ball in the dirt, necessitating a throw by Stevenson, the catcher, to first. 3 straight strikeouts for Green. He has fanned 5 over the first 2 innings. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Cubs and Reds on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Don't miss the toast of the game presented by Benny's Beverage Depot when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
Well, what's with the laser saw?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Join the Cubs on Tuesday, July 21st as the Cubs take on the Tigers at 7:05. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition basketball jersey designed by Pete Crow Armstrong, honoring Cubs legend Ryne Sandberg. Don't miss out on this offer. Pat?
All right, Zach, we go to the bottom of inning number 2. Reds catcher Tyler Stevenson, first up against Shota Imanaga. And he drives one in the air to left. Back is Happ, near the track, makes the catch. Stevenson always seems to have big games against the Cubs. And against the league, he's only hitting .234 with 6 home runs, but he seems much more dangerous than those numbers to me.
Yeah, he sees red when he sees the Cubs. Hey, Pat, do you have the crystal ball out? Do you want to have some fun on this Friday night? I ask because it's time for the Feel Like a Bosch prediction.
I left my crystal ball in the hotel room, but go ahead, Zach.
Feel Like a Bosch prediction, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch.
Noelvi Marte will pop one up, right side. playable for Bush down the line and right in fair territory, and the first baseman makes the catch. And that is out number 2. 2 quick outs. Scoreless game, second inning. Edwin Arroyo coming up, Zach.
So if you don't have a prediction, I'll make one. I'm going to predict that Shota Imanaga has a quality start tonight against the Reds. He's pitched well against them over the course of his career, and I think that continues here tonight. 2-0 with a 2.63 ERA in 4 career starts.
And when Arroyo the batter, scoreless game, second inning, Arroyo takes a strike. So you're saying he'll go at least 6 innings and give up 3 or fewer runs.
Yes.
That's a pretty good bet. Now the pitch to Arroyo, swing and a miss. Nothing in 2 on the right-handed batting second baseman. Scoreless game here in Ohio, a nice warm summer night. Imanaga taking a little extra time. Arroyo backed away. Now he climbs back in. Here's the pitch. Low and inside for a ball. Cubs trying to get started on a positive note in this road series, as they did in Baltimore earlier this week, winning the first 2 games, losing a tough one yesterday. Here's a liner to left, base hit over a leaping Bregman. Over to pick it up is Happ and hold Arroyo to a single. 2 outs and a man at first, and the batter is Brian Hayes. But Zach, impressively, I was looking, going backwards at the Cubs' recent road successes. They took 2 out of 3 in Baltimore. Before that, they took 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee. Swept all 4 in New York against the Mets before that. And then the previous road series was at San Francisco, where they won 2 out of 3. So to find the last losing road series the Cubs played, you got to go back to Colorado in the series that ended on June 11. Almost a full month. The 0-1 is hit foul down the left field line, and you talked about the Cubs having one of the best records. Generally, the best overall records coincides with winning a lot of road games.
The Cubs have done that, like you just mentioned, and since June 11th, so really starting with that series in San Francisco, Cubs are 18-7, which is the second best record in baseball. The number 1 team during that time surprised me.
Is it Boston?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the 0-2 pitch. Popped up foul off to the right and out of play.
Do you want another guess? Or
let's see here. I will say, how about Milwaukee?
No.
Dodgers?
No. You'll never get it.
Rockies?
No. The Miami Marlins.
They have been a major surprise. I have noticed them in the standings. Yes. I'm not sure who's a bigger surprise between the Florida teams, Tampa or Miami. I didn't expect either one of them to even be close to being a contender. Did you?
No, and there are a lot of baseball people who agree with you, Kat.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way. Poked foul down the right field line, back out of play.
But since June 11th, the Marlins are 19-7.
And Tampa, they've got a lead in their division over the Yankees. I was just looking at that earlier. Tampa with a 4-game lead over the Yanks. So they're going to be in first place at the All-Star break. Amazing. Toss to first, diving back into the dirt. The dirt's still a dark shade of brown. They must have put a lot of water on that dirt prior to tonight's game. You're diving in mud over there at first, Zach. Maybe not mud, but very wet dirt. Here's the pitch high and inside to Brian Hayes. Hayes not able to get many hits this year. His batting average, a paltry 142. He does have 2 homers, 5 driven in. And now the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a high, hard one. Strikeout for Imanaga. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. It's on to inning number 3. No score, Cubs and Reds. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harris, and Grody. Middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Sloan has been supporting Cubs fans at Wrigley Field for generations with trusted restroom solutions. Today, that commitment continues throughout the concourse with bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan, resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. And you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
Top 3 in Cincinnati. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. The third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Carson Kelly at the plate, and he looks at a fastball for a strike from Hunter Green. And 98 miles per hour right along the outside edge, about thigh high. 0-1 the count. Green facing home plate. Glove bell tie acknowledges the sign from Stevenson. Now he whirls and deals as Kelly fouls this one back in the hole 0-2. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Dansby Swanson on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. The pitch outside to Kelly. Slider that misses. 1-2. And Pat, we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Here's the 1-2. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Kelly.
33,233.
33,233. I'm going to go 30,000. Green delivers. Kelly swings, lines one to right, but right there is Marte, and he makes the catch. As Kelly is retired, 1 away here in the top of the third. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. The opener of a 3-game weekend set. The final series for the Cubs before the All-Star break. Pete Crow Armstrong will be heading to Philadelphia, representing the Cubs for the National League team. PCA on deck as Dansby Swanson digs in, and Swanson swings and misses at a slider. 0-1.
Saw PCA at the hotel today, and I said, Pete, I'm going to predict you're going to have a whole string of these all-star selections before your career is done.
Here's the 0-1. That's low and outside to Swanson. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He just smiled. He said, I sure hope so, or something like that. But what a nice kid.
He is on some kind of tear. Hitting nearly 400 over the last month. The pitch. And a ground ball hit deep in the hole at short. Backhanded by Cruz from the outfield grass. The throw to first. Dug out beautifully by Stewart for out number 2 as Swanson is gunned down by the slick fielding Ellie Dela Cruz at short.
One great fielding shortstop throws out another great fielding shortstop. Dansby robbed. Dela Cruz went back. He was on the outfield grass, planted the right foot, did not try to make the throw all the way, Zach. On purpose, he made it a 1-hop throw so Stewart could negotiate the ball a little easier. And it was a close play, but it was a good call by Tyler Jones, the umpire. Good play.
So 2 down, Pat, here in the top of the third. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. The batter, Pete Crow Armstrong, he struck out swinging his first time up. Green, high leg kick and pitch, and Crow Armstrong fouls it back just to the left of us, 0-1.
It's great when you watch a power pitcher and a guy with genuine power at the plate. I mean, you're seeing some hard pitches and some really hard swings.
Here's the 0-1. And that's a called strike, a slider that spins into the zone. PCA in the hole, 0-2. He entered play tonight riding a 9-game hitting streak during which he's batting .452. Righty-lefty matchup, the pitch. Called strike 3. Another slider that throws Crow Armstrong. He slams his helmet and throws his bat in disappointment. As the Cubs go down in order here in the top of the third. Middle 3, no score. Cubs and Reds on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Alex Bregman. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
All right, turning up this light. Back. Whoa, almost missed that motorcycle. Close call. They're easy to miss, so I better look twice for motorcycles or it could be game over. Start seeing motorcycles. It's not a game.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band.
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom. Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Citgo. Find exclusive ways to win big from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Citgo app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Oh, hey, Sarah, did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal. We got a big deal too, right, Mom? Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe, or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offer ends August 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Ready to buy your dream car? Look to Consumers Credit Union for competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bottom 3 in Cincinnati. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. Partly cloudy, 83 degrees. Time and temperature sponsored by Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Shota Imanaga deals, and he starts off Ellie De La Cruz with a slow-moving breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike. 0-1. De La Cruz grounded out to short his first time up. Switch hitter batting from the right side. The next pitch. This is up high. A splitter. So 1-1 the count. Imanaga works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. And De La Cruz hits a high fly ball deep left center field. Crow Armstrong and Happ converge, and it's Happ, the left fielder, who makes the catch as Crow Armstrong crisscrosses behind him. They almost collided, but Happ makes the catch, one away.
They did communicate at the very last second, avoiding a collision. Two very aggressive, athletic outfielders, Happ in left and PCA in center. Thankfully, they did not bang into each other. And it's out number 1.
Here's Sal Stewart. He singled his first time up. Imanaga a long set. Now the pitch. And this one's bounced foul behind the plate as Imanaga started off Stewart with a breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Stewart's having some kind of season, hitting at .256 now with 19 home runs and 64 RBIs. Just 22 years old. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Splitter from Imanaga. 0-2. Stewart, a first-round pick in 2022. That's the year the Cubs took Cade Horton, number 7 overall. Imanaga peers in, acknowledges the sign from Kelly. Sets above the belt. Lets the pitch clock run down, and now he deals up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
There's some rookies who just settle in immediately. This guy does not seem like a rookie ball player to me watching him hit, Zach.
Yeah, powerful right-handed batter, Sal Stewart. Here's the 1-2. And a ground ball hit to short. Sliding attempt by Swanson to stop that one, but it's by him in the left center field for a base hit. So Stewart with his second hit of the ball game. It comes with a 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Dansby upset at himself for not getting to that ball. He was going to try to slide, grab it, and then jam in the cleats into the grass to stand up to make the throw, but he did not glove it cleanly. It snuck under the glove, and a good play in the outfield by Happ to get it back in quickly. So it's just a single for Stewart.
So he's at first with 1 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Scoreless game. Throw to first. Stewart gets back standing up. The batter is Spencer Steer, the Reds center fielder tonight, who singled his first time up. Steer, a right-handed batter. There's a big hole on the right side of the infield for Steer. Imanaga delivers. High and outside to Steer. Ball 1. He misses with a splitter. Bush is holding on Stewart at first. Corner the second baseman up the middle, just to the right of the bag. Now the pitch. Bounced foul behind the plate. 1-1 the count on Steer. He's hitting at 240 on the year. Pete Crow Armstrong in center field, playing Steer just a tick toward left center to pull. Here's the pitch. It's low. Imanaga misses with a sweeper. 2-1. Shota, a deliberate worker. Stewart at first, 1 away. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike. A splitter to Steer. Near the top of the zone on the inside edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The opener of a 3-game set here in Cincinnati between the Cubs and Reds. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the 2-2. Bounced foul off to the left over the head of the third base coach, Willie Harris, former Cubs third base coach. Now on Terry Francona's staff here in Cincinnati. Imanaga's thrown 48 pitches. A bouncing ball hit foul off to the left. And the next pitch by Imanaga will be number 50. Shota, the only starter in the Cubs rotation who's remained healthy throughout the first half. It's pretty impressive that the Cubs are 11 games above 500 considering all the injuries that they've had to their pitchers so far this year. A long set by Imanaga. And now the 2-2. And a line drive to center. It drops in front of Pete Crow Armstrong for a base hit. Stewart stops at second base. And once again, the Reds are mounting a rally here with just 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Men at first and second. And cleanup man J.J. Bleday due up.
Shota needs to throw something down around the knees, preferably breaking downwardly. Something that could induce a ground ball that might turn into an inning-ending double play.
Bleday struck out his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup. Imanaga kicks and fires. High and tight to Bleday as he misses with a fastball. Blade hitting at .238. He's got 14 home runs. Open stance from the left side. Now the pitch. And a line drive hit to right center field. Ranging over Crow Armstrong. He makes the catch and quickly fires the ball back to the infield. Runners stay where they are at first and second. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. And it'll bring up Eugenio Suarez.
Got inside just enough on Blade. Did not get the fat part of the bat on that ball. It stayed in the yard, and Pete made a routine catch.
So here's Suarez, who struck out swinging his first time up. Hitting at .200 with 9 home runs. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Imanaga. 2 on, 2 away here in the third. Scoreless game. The pitch. Misses. Splitter by Imanaga. Just off the outside. Near the bottom of the zone. 1-0 the count. Imanaga deals. An awkward check swing and miss by Suarez. 1-1. It's a fastball from Shota. Just a little high, but Suarez chased. So 1-1 the count. Shota delivers. And misses up high with another fastball. 2-1.
Just missed. I think Carson Kelly thought about maybe challenging that one, but it was actually a little bit high.
2 on, 2 away. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Foul back off the screen by Suarez. 2-2.
Here's where you need a darting splitter, something that ends up down near the ankles that comes in looking like it's at the knees.
That last pitch was a splitter, but it was thigh high right along the outside edge. You're right, he needs that one to dart. The kick and pitch. Call, strike 3. Fastball in the zone that froze Suarez. And Imanaga works out of another jam. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. The Reds strand 2 after 3. Scoreless game. Cubs in Cincinnati on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Do you suffer from frozen work calls, dead spots, or chronic buffering? Are the spinning wheels getting you down? It's important to know that it's not you. It's your Wi-Fi. The good news is you don't need to see a tech doctor. You simply need to get Eero. Eero's fast, reliable, award-winning Wi-Fi is built for people who need something that's simple to set up and just works and works and works. Learn how much better your Wi-Fi life can be at Eero.com.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event, built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
Hey, it's Ron Coomer. This season, my partner Jeff Neidiger and I are honoring our heroes through Veteran of the Game on The Score. Jeff's a combat veteran himself, helping families sell their homes the easy way since 2007.
Whether it's an inherited property or you just need to sell without the hassle, we buy houses as is with no gimmicks. You pick the timeline, take all your memories, and we handle everything else.
Give them a call at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Before we start the fourth inning here in Cincinnati, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, we are 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hunter Green throws his first pitch of the fourth, and Alex Bregman pops it foul out of play. Nice catch made in the second deck here at Great American Ballpark. Off to the right. 0-1 the count. The next pitch by Green is an awkward check swing and a miss. by Bregman. 0-2 the count. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. Game one of a 3-game weekend set. Bregman caught looking his first time up. Green deals. And this one is fouled back just below us. Out of play. I didn't even move. CUBS has taught me to read these things much better than when I first started with you guys back in the day.
So that's why you played it so cool?
Yeah. Here's the 0-2. And a high fly ball hit to deep right, but it's playable for Marte. Short of the track, angles toward the line, makes the catch. Bregman flies out, one away here in the top of the fourth with the Cubs and Reds scoreless. Now, if that ball that Bregman had fouled was just a tick higher, I would have been under the table, and it would have been on you to retrieve the ball in the booth.
We could be in a lot of trouble here, Zach.
Cool, we need you.
Dave Abbott, our engineer, may have to step in.
Michael Bush at the plate and looks at a slider off the outside, 1-0. Great to be working with David Abbott again here in Cincinnati. Here's the 1-0 by Green. Bush lines one to left, but right there is Blade who makes the catch. Face high, 2 away.
This is really a great location for broadcasting a game, right behind home plate, but close enough to the action. I really like this angle. And we are in foul ball territory, so stay loose, Zach.
I'm ready. Seiya Suzuki digs in. The Cubs cleanup man. He's got the only Cub hit of the night. The pitch is taken for a strike. A fastball clocked at 100 miles an hour from the right-hander Hunter Green. Seiya doubled in the second inning. He's always hit Green well. The pitch. Check swing. Doesn't matter. It's called strike. A slider in the zone. So Suzuki in the hole 0-2. Right near the bottom along the outside edge. Now the 0-2 delivery. Low and outside. As Green doubled up on the slider. I think that's the first time tonight that Green has thrown 2 pitches in a row that weren't fastballs. The 1-2. Up high. That was a fastball at 100 miles per hour. So 2-2 the count now on Seiya. Eddie right matchup, power against power. Green delivers off the outside with a fastball. So Suzuki has worked a full count. Cleanup hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Bosch kitchen today at grandappliance.com. Suzuki waits, and here comes the payoff pitch. Seiya pops it up, foul over our heads. Count remains 3-2.
Seiya, really the only guy on the team that's had success against Hunter Green. And I'm just amazed that he struggled as badly as he did in his last start 5 days ago, but it was his first game of the year. But he is sharp tonight.
The 3-2 delivery. Called strike 3. A fastball right along the outside edge near the bottom of the zone, knee high. And Suzuki throws his head up in disgust as the Cubs go down in order here in the top of the fourth. Middle 4, no score. Cubs and Reds on the score. The Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. North Shore will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than the store brands. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com. And focus on life, not leaks.
Our Northsiders understand that baseball is a team sport. Everyone has to play their part, and players need to know that they can count on each other when it matters. Even the best players can't win by themselves. Banking is like that too. Your banker should be a part of your team and know your business inside and out. That's how ABOC has been doing business for more than 100 years, by understanding your goals, providing great service, and offering winning products and services. Visit ABOC.com today and learn how we can help you build a championship team. ABOC, banking built for Chicago.
Summer is here, and if your AC can't keep up with the heat, now is the perfect time to upgrade. Four Seasons is having their summer savings event. 72 months interest-free financing with up to $4,000 in rebates, plus same-day installation with no extra charge. They'll beat any competitor's offer by $1,000 guaranteed. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Bottom four in Cincinnati. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. Shota Imanaga on the mound. Tyler Stevenson at the plate. Here's the kick and pitch by Imanaga. And strike one called, a splitter that drops into the zone. 0-1 the count on Stevenson. He lined out to left his first time up. Here's the 1. Another called strike, this time a slow-moving breaking ball that floats into the zone. So Stevenson in the hole, 0-2. Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app, save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Games in progress, top 6 in Detroit. Phillies and Tigers tied at 2. Kevin McGonigal, a 2-run shot for Detroit. The pitch. Stevenson looks at a splitter low, 1-2. Royals and Orioles tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Last of the 4th in Tampa, the Rays leading the Mariners 2-0. The Guardians on top of the Marlins 2-zip. Top of the 5th in Miami, Chase DeLauder, a 2-run shot, his 10th. As Stevenson bounces it foul behind the plate. 1-2 the count on the Reds catcher. After 1, the Red Sox lead the Mets 2-0 at Citi Field in New York. Masataka Yoshida, a 2-run double. Did you hear about the travel issues that Boston had getting to Queens today?
I did hear, Zach. In fact, I heard it from you.
A bouncing ball foul by Stevenson off to the left. 1-2 the count. So the Red Sox had just completed a series with the White Sox back home in Chicago yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some mechanical issues with the plane. They couldn't fly out until today, but there were more issues with the plane. As Imanaga works his motion and deals, Stevenson looks at a ball low, 2-2 the count. They finally were able to take off late in the afternoon and arrived at LaGuardia Airport right next door to Citi Field where the Mets play.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly before 5 o'clock Eastern time.
That would shorten batting practice a little, I think.
Slightly. Here's a fly ball hit down the right field line, racing over Suzuki, but this one slices out of play. 2-2 the count on Stevenson. And I believe you told me right before the game, this is what makes baseball so unique, right? Red Sox are probably tired, stressed, all that kind of stuff, and they jump out to the quick 2-0 lead in New York thanks to Masataka Yoshida's 2-run double. The pitch to Stevenson. Pulled foul off to the left.
Well, those were severe travel complications, and I've not heard of a team literally getting into the new city just a couple of hours before the scheduled first pitch after traveling all night, right?
No, they didn't travel all night. They were supposed to travel yesterday, couldn't, so they were going to travel earlier today.
I see. Okay, I got it.
But more delays until they finally took off. The 2-2. Stevenson grounds it foul off to the left. Good battle going on here between Imanaga and Stevenson, but Shota doesn't like it because the pitch count keeps going higher and higher. He's thrown 66 pitches. We're at the bottom of the 4th. Cubs and Reds are scoreless, no one out. In the top of the 1st in Minnesota, the Angels and Twins are scoreless. In just a little bit, the Cardinals will be hosting the Braves. The Brewers and Pirates are delayed by rain in Pittsburgh. Now the 2-2. A ground ball hit to third. Charging Bregman, fields belt high, throws to first in time to get Stevenson one away.
Every team is going to have some travel complications. It's a long year. You travel all the time. That's one thing that people who are not in the game don't understand. The amount of travel, the number of days we travel, sometimes the insane hours that we travel, arriving at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning.
Noel V. Marte at the plate and looks at a splitter high and outside for ball 1.
It happened to the Cubs just earlier this week, Zach, leaving Chicago and starting the series in Baltimore. We could not get into Baltimore. The weather was too bad on Sunday night. So we sat around and waited for several hours. Finally, the airline said you have to fly to Washington and take a bus to Baltimore. And it was literally about 5 in the morning Eastern time when we all got to our hotel in Baltimore.
Marte hits a pop fly, shallow left center, dropping back Swanson, and the shortstop makes the catch, backing up for out number 2.
Not complaining. I've been there before. I know it's simply part of the game. It's a travel complication that's unavoidable. But it's very difficult, and you do not recover immediately once you've been delayed 7 hours at the airport.
That's why you often hear the greats of the game talk about the mentality that you need to succeed in baseball. Edwin Arroyo at the plate. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Arroyo's second hit of the ball game. He's the Reds' second baseman, the number 8 hitter. This one comes with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Cubs and Reds are scoreless. And Pat, by the way, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. So here comes Key Brian Hayes, the number 9 hitter. He struck out swinging his first time up. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Imanaga, with Arroyo at first base being held on by Bush. The pitch. Hayes fouls this one back, 0-1. Arroyo, one of the guys the Reds acquired a few years back in that big trade with Seattle that sent a hard-throwing right-hander Luis Castillo to the Mariners. Big hole on the right side of the infield for Hayes if he can go the other way. Imanaga along set, stares at first. And now the pitch. Hayes chops it foul off to the left. 0-2.
I happened to be walking into the ballpark in Seattle a year ago, right behind Castillo. And he was decked out in what looked like a real fancy suit, something that a leader of a country, like an emperor, might wear. And I thought, man, that guy must really be important. And I saw, oh, wait, that's the starting pitcher today for the Mariners.
He is important to Seattle. That last pitch up high, fastball that missed, 1-2.
He looked very regal, though, Zach.
Very few people can pull the regal look off. Throw to first. Close play as Arroyo dives back in safely ahead of the tag by Bush. But I've seen you come out of Suits 2020 in Niles. And there are many times you look regal. The pitch. And a fly ball, a hit to shallow right center. Right there, Big Crow Armstrong under it, makes the catch. Out number 3 as Arroyo is stranded at first base.
Our listeners should go to 2020. I know you and Ron Coomer are both heading over there soon.
Always. I love the great people at Suits 2020 in Niles. We head to the 5th scoreless game. Cubs and Reds on the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Dancy Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Send your taste buds back to the candy aisle for a taste of classic candy flavor with a Fruity Rainbow Extra Strength 5-Hour Energy Shot. The iconic flavors of your favorite fruity candy, juicy berry bursts, tangy citrus squeezes, and a tropical pop that tastes like your favorite fruity candy. Combined with the sugar-free 5-Hour Energy blend of B vitamins, nutrients, and a caffeinated kick. Get a Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
We are coming to you live all season long to the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Fifth inning, Ian Happ will lead off. Hits a ground ball foul past first on the first offering by Hunter Green. Cubs have just one hit. A double by Suzuki in the second. He was stranded. The Reds have 6 hits, but neither team with a run. Shota Imanaga and Hunter Green with a pitcher's duel brewing here this evening. Happ takes a fastball inside. Green with a great fastball tonight. It's right around 100 miles an hour. The imposing right-hander comes back to Ian. Fastball is down low. Nice warm night. If you hit it, it will carry tonight. Ball's jumping out of here during batting practice. Now the 2-1 to Happ. Swing and a foul back. Just getting started in this 3-game series, leading all the way up to the All-Star game. Tomorrow night it'll be Javier Assad against Nick Lodolo. Sunday is a day game. Matthew Boyd against Andrew Abbott in a battle of left-handers. Now the pitch to Happ. Line drive, base hit, right field. Too bad Ian couldn't have elevated that ball. A sharp line drive single by Happ leads off the Cubs' 5th inning. And let's see if that leads to bigger and better things.
A slider that spun right into the middle of the zone, and Happ was on it. The exit velocity 107 miles per hour, meaning he hit that ball really hard for a base hit.
Nico Horner, the batter. Hayes at third, shallow in on the grass. Happ to be held by Stewart at first. Nico batting the pitch. Line toward right and coming in and making the catch, the right fielder Marte. Horner lining out to right. He got a good piece of that one, but it could not fall in. Scoreless game, one away, a man at first. 5th inning, and the batter, Michael Conforto.
That was a sinking fastball from Green that didn't sink. It was near the top of the zone. Let's keep an eye here on Green. Maybe he's getting a little tired. It's just his 2nd start of the year.
Conforto struck out his first time. I was giving the starting pitchers for the balance of the series, Zach, and notably the Cubs are not scheduled to face Chase Burns. And he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. He's swinging a foul back by Conforto. Now, certainly here in Cincinnati, and I guess some people in the Central Division might be aware of how great Chase Burns has been. Do you realize that guy is 11-1? 11-1 with a 2.54 ERA. He has struck out 118 men in 102 innings. And he's done it almost under the radar because, A, it's a small market city, Cincinnati, and B, the Reds are not a strong team.
Yeah. If they had an offense that could match their starting rotation, they'd be in much better shape. And they've also had a lot of injuries to their bullpen this year. Burns has been a big asset.
No score, 5th inning. Happ at first, 1 down. Conforto waiting for the 0-2 from Hunter Green. And the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Out number 2, and it's up to Carson Kelly. Eight strikeouts for Hunter Green. Kelly fly to right his first time. Maybe Happ will be moving here. He's being held by Stewart. And Chase, or rather Carson Kelly takes on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Some clouds in the area. I guess when it's this hot, Zach, there's always a chance for a pop-up thunderstorm, but I think we're in good shape for the next hour or so. Big chop to short. Backpedaling and gloving it is De La Cruz, and his throw to second just in time to Arroyo to get a head-first sliding Ian Happ. Are the Cubs going to challenge that call? I don't think they will.
Brett Counsell saying, hold on here. He's waiting to hear from his replay man, Brad Moylan, and the Cubs will not challenge.
So the Cubs do not score. They leave one, middle of inning number 5. Cubs nothing, Reds nothing on the score and the Northwest Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on 104.3 The Score.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi. It's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yingling. Yingling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yingling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yingling traditional lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yingling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
On Wednesday, July 22nd, the Cubs take on the Tigers at 7:05 in the evening. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a 2016 World Series Anniversary Surprise Pin presented by Marriott Bonvoy. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Ellie De La Cruz will lead off this 5th inning for Cincinnati against Shota Imanaga. Ellie is 0 for 2, grounded out and flied out. Takes a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Nothing game. Reds have left 6 men on. The Cubs have stranded 2. Imanaga coming back 0-1 to De La Cruz. Fly ball, deep left center, going back is Happ near the wall, and that ball is gone. A line drive home run right near the 379 sign, and Cincinnati has taken a 1-0 lead. Number 15 for Ellie De La Cruz.
Belt-high fastball on the inside edge, and De La Cruz turned on it and ripped it. A hard-hit laser to left center. Exit velocity 109 miles per hour, and the Reds strike first.
.44 RBIs for De La Cruz. Big switch hitter batting right-handed as he homered. Sal Stewart, the batter. The wall where that ball left the park is 12 feet high. A few more feet to the right, the wall is only 8 feet high. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's down low for a ball. It just did clear that tall left center field fence. And it left the park in a hurry. One to nothing Cincinnati. Nobody out, 5th inning. Stewart waits now for the 1-1. Pulls the ground ball toward third and foul. Lights beginning to have some effect here. They've been on since game time. Still plenty of daylight left. These long days here in early, mid-July. Stewart ready for the All-Star game next week as he waits. And pokes it foul off to the right and out of play. Lights are on. Tonight's game powered by ComEd. Shota always works from the stretch, even with nobody on base. This ball is lifted foul and off to the right out of play. Ron Coomer is off tonight. He's fine and healthy and happy. He's just taking a few days off to combine it with the All-Star break. Here's the next offering down low. And the count 2-2 now on Sal Stewart. Stewart with a pair of singles waiting, and the pitch by Shota. Lifted to right, slicing foul near the corner, out of play.
I saw that Kyle Schwarber will be participating in the home run derby in Philadelphia. So that's a real treat.
Last year, he made a lot of headlines with his homer hitting in the All-Star game. Here's a swing and a drive foul down the right field line and back out of play. Didn't he hit 3 pitches for home runs?
Yeah. To rally and win. Grew up not far from here.
I think he's from, is it a town called Middleton?
Yeah.
Ohio, which is halfway between here and Columbus, if I'm not mistaken.
Dayton, I think.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, lifted to deep center, going back PCA near the center field fence, and he makes the catch. Just to the left of dead center, near the 404 sign. That ball was hit hard, but it really started to carry, and Pete just kept drifting back and caught it maybe 2 feet away from the center field fence.
It was one of those majestic, high-arcing fly balls. And you knew that Crow Armstrong was going to make the catch if it stayed in the ballpark, and it did. Right on the track.
One away here, Spencer Steer. And the pitch, a swing and a miss. Mentioned it's a pitcher's duel tonight, Zach. They had one yesterday against the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo of the Phillies pitched a gem, struck out 11 Reds, and gave up just 2 hits in 7 innings in a 1-0 win for the Phils over the Reds.
Yeah, the Phils have really taken off since Don Mattingly took over as their manager.
Luzardo is going to be an all-star for the first time. He's looking at what Luzardo has done on the road. Very impressive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Shota to Steer. Line drive caught by Bush at first. Shota not fooling anybody in the inning. Give up the long home run to De La Cruz. A deep warning track fly ball out to Stewart. And now Steer almost takes the glove off of Bush with a line drive at first for out number 2.
A tough play of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola defines tough. Nice grab by Bush, wide of first.
J.J. Bleday, the batter, swings and misses. But Luzardo on the road, he's the Phillies' left-handed pitcher. On the road, 6-0 with a 1.58 ERA. That's a valuable guy to have on your staff. Really valuable. Here's the 0-1. Curveball is outside for a ball. The Phillies going to be the red-hot team in the second half. A lot of people think they might. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's outside, so where Don Mattingly has expressed interest in managing full-time. No surprise to me. How about you?
Well, if you have Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber on your team, it gives you a fighting chance, right?
Yeah. There's a pitch in for a strike, and the count now 2-2.
Phillies starting the night tied with Miami. Both teams at 52 and 42. Cubs lead the National League wild card race, a half-game lead over both the Phillies and the Marlins.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Fisted foul right side. Once we hit the All-Star break, and we will in a few days, you're going to start hearing wild card races and wild card standings virtually every day for the final couple of months of the year. And the Cubs are going to be in a lot of those discussions, I have a feeling. There's a chopper foul down the right field side.
First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. 3 teams make it as wild cards in each league.
And now the 2-2 on the way. Just outside. 3-2. And keep in mind that many, many wild card teams have gone on to become World Series champions. I want to say at least 7. Texas was a wild card team in 2023, and they became the world champs. I think they're the most recent one, if I'm not mistaken. The Dodgers have won the last 2.
I think you're right. The Marlins, both championships that they've won have come as a wild card.
1997 and 2003. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit high in the air to right, down the line toward foul territory. Seiya over. Does he have a play? It's a foul ball, no catch. Seiya says, hey, wait a minute. I think the umpire there, Tyler Jones, is saying that the ball may have hit the side wall before he got it in his glove. That's the only thing I can think of. Seiya looks stunned as if to say, I caught that ball.
And the Cubs are going to challenge this.
Did you see it, Zach?
It's out of our view as the sidewall rises in the corner.
Seiya's walking in. He's very confident, thinking that this is going to be overturned. So I think he might have a battle.
Now we're getting our first look here.
Oh, it may have hit the side of the wall before it landed in his glove. Take a look. Does this ball hit the... It's hard from this angle to tell. I thought it kind of scraped the side of the wall. Seiya reaching his glove up. It's a green, dark, padded wall in left in foul territory. He's reaching up to within about a foot.
Chicago is challenging the no-catch ball.
You know, I'm not sure if the ball hit the netting above the wall and then bounced into his glove. Seiya slammed into the wall as he made the catch in the corner.
There's another angle, but we're way too far away from the details to be able to see it. They've got a close-up of Suzuki as he goes over near the wall, reaches up. The question is, did the ball glance off the padded wall and then into the glove, or did it go straight into the glove? That's the question.
From the vantage point that we just got, it looked like the ball went straight into the glove as he banged against the wall. But again, I'm not sure if it hit the netting above that wall, which we did not get a good look at. We're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
They might have to watch this for another minute or two.
And keep in mind that in New York, they've got about 14 different angles that they can look at, things that we can't see.
Now, here's another thing. As Suzuki started to put his glove up next to that padded wall, it made a little indentation in the fabric of the wall. At the same time, the ball was landing, making also a little indentation in that fabric.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Correct. Everything hit the wall at the same time. The
Exactly.
glove, the ball, and Suzuki. So now the question becomes, did he trap the ball against the wall? It didn't look like that from the naked eye. We're taking another look at the replay, but perhaps the first base umpire, Tyler Jones, is much closer to the action than we are from our vantage point. But clearly, just based on how long it's taken New York to come with a ruling here, it gives you an idea that this is no easy play to review.
Yeah, there is a full-time umpire on that crew in New York City for every single game. And I'm not sure for every single game, but as plays come up, there's a full-time accredited big league umpire as part of that video crew in New York City. And we are taking a look at that crew right now. And they're rewinding it and slowing it down in super slow motion and trying to see if it was the glove of Suzuki that created an indentation in the fabric of that plastic padded wall in foul territory, or was it the ball that made that indentation and made that fabric kind of flutter a little bit, Zach, before the ball landed in the glove?
Suzuki was mystified when it wasn't called a catch by Tyler Jones initially.
See, now I think that'd be a great name for a musical group, the Mystified Suzukis. I would buy their stuff. They got an album? Bring it on.
Talk to say
Did I
after the
say
game.
I would buy it?
You did say you would buy it.
I lost my head there for a minute.
You are ready for the All-Star break. We are still waiting for the replay center in New York to make a decision.
But this does show you how very, very close of a call it was. I mean, there's only so much you can do with the technology available. You would almost have to have a camera right out there on the wall looking straight down to get a completely definitive idea.
We're looking at the replay center in New York on the big video screen out and left here at Great American Ballpark, and you can see they have a whole bunch of different angles that they're looking at.
And these guys now are debating, would you buy music from the Mystified Suzukis? I don't know, Larry. I've got all the music I can handle. Here we go.
After review, ball is overturned. There was fan interference. No catch. The foul ball. Chicago will retain their challenge.
So it's still a foul ball, and as you heard Jim Wolf, the crew chief, announce, fan interference on that play. Both managers are now unhappy and have hopped out of the dugout. Terry Francona is having a conversation with the crew chief, Jim Wolf. Greg Counsell is out of the dugout talking to Roberto Ortiz, the third base umpire.
So fan interference is the call. So apparently a fan got a bare hand on the ball. We didn't see that earlier. The angle that we had earlier, Zach, did not show the wide panoramic view showing a fan reaching over. I was oblivious to that.
Reached through the netting. Remember when I said they did not show us a view of the netting above the wall, and that's what created that weird action where the glove, Suzuki, and the ball all smacked against the sidewall.
We are ready for the resumption of play. 1-0 Cincinnati, bottom of the fifth. 2 down, 3-2 the count, and the pitch inside, ball 4 to J.J. Bleday. Very strange play. Bleday at first, and the batter is Eugenio Suarez.
And here's something else to keep in mind now, because Imanaga has now thrown 99 pitches. He would have been out of the frame if that had been ruled a catch of a foul ball in right.
Bleday leads at first. Suarez the batter. Swing and a miss. Good change of pace by Shota. Would you say activity has halted or is continuing in the Cub right field corner bullpen area. Yeah, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Shota still has good stuff. A lot of movement on his pitches.
Trent Thornton is warming up for the Cubs, right-hander.
Michael Busch holding the runner Blade at first. 2 down, 5th inning, 1-0 Reds lead. Eugenio Suarez waits and takes strike 3 called. Inning over. Reds get a run on the home run by De La Cruz. We go to the 6th inning. Cubs need some offense. 1-0 Reds on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top ranked in Illinois for heart and vascular by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Hey Cubs fans, Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We're famously friendly, nonstops out the wazoo, and so reliable. In fact, the Wall Street Journal ranked us #1, first among U.S. airlines. I guess the answer to who's on first is Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Chicago sports fans, it's Ron Coomer. Summer baseball is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to enjoy your outdoor space. TimberTech decking is engineered with advanced innovation and resilient design to stand up to sun, rain, and years of gathering. You get the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech.com. TimberTech. Everything wood should be.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Dansby Swanson is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Huh?
All right, Zach, thank you. Cubs coming up here in inning number 6. Dansby Swanson first up. Swanson robbed on a very good play by De La Cruz his first time. Takes inside for a ball. Pro Armstrong on deck, and then Alex Bregman. Lights beginning to have more and more of an effect. Dansby swings and fouls it back. Hunter Green throwing very hard tonight. This is somewhat similar to that game we mentioned earlier last September when he pitched a shutout and beat the Cubs with a one-hitter. Here's a high pop-up, left side playable for De La Cruz. The shortstop makes the catch. Swanson pops out. Cubs only hit in the game a single by Ian Happ in the 5th inning. And a double by Suzuki in the 2nd. So they have 2 hits. Each of those hits led off innings, but they did not go anywhere. Pete Pro Armstrong. Again, he and Hunter Green opposed each other as amateurs in Southern California. And now they're facing each other in big league baseball. And the pitch to Pete. Swinging a foul out of play, left side. I remember reading about Green's rough outing the other day. I couldn't really believe some of the stuff. 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 4 walks, 8 earned runs. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pete swings and misses, strike 3. Tried to check, couldn't do it. That's out number 2. And Alex Bregman due up a sharp breaking ball that Pete tried to lay off of, but he chased it as it ended up down near the dust.
9th strikeout of the night for Green. And it seems like the only version of Green we've seen when he's faced the Cubs is the same guy we're seeing tonight.
Here's Bregman now taking outside. Bregman has struck out and flied to right. 2 down, nobody on. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bregman will take outside. It's 2-0. The Red Stevenson says we're going to challenge that call. It was near the outside corner as we take another look.
Baseball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Call is overturned. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
Good judgment by the catcher Stevenson. 1-1 on Bregman. Green coming back way outside for a ball. And the next pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back near our booth. And landing in the booth next door.
It's where the Reds officials score. Sits. He ducked. That one sailed past him. Whacked off the back wall in that booth.
Bregman fouls it off to the right out of play.
And I was briefly worried about you, Pat, but the hands went up. So clearly it tracked it all the way.
Well, I was going to protect both you and Dave Abbott if necessary.
That's why you're a Hall of Famer.
That's why I was also on the floor. Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way to Bregman. Up and in for a ball, 3-2. They come back with a little sting on them.
Yeah, that one did.
And, you think that'd be fun to catch a foul ball at the ballpark. I've seen so many whistling balls coming back. They don't seem a lot of fun.
No.
The closer they get.
If you had a glove, maybe it's different.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Bregman strikes out. 10 strikeouts in 6 innings for Hunter Green. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing on the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2020 GMC Sierra with employee pricing for everyone. Built with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Right now, celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone on all GMC Sierra 1500 models. Visit your local GMC dealer and they will help you choose between the hardworking Sierra 1500 Pro, the well-equipped SLT, the off-road ready AT4, or the luxurious GMC Sierra Denali. Come explore the 2026 GMC Sierra lineup and take a test drive today. Experience engineering that fits your lifestyle. GMC, offering employee pricing for everyone at your local GMC dealer today. At participating dealers only. Not available with these and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 8/3/26.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Trent Thornton, the right-hander, the new man on the mound for the Cubs, in relief of Shota Imanaga, who did not pitch badly. In fact, he pitched very well, giving up 1 run in his 5-inning stint. But it's a 1-0 Reds lead as the bottom of the 6th inning gets underway. Tyler Stevenson The batter will take ball one. Stevenson nothing for two. Loops one into shallow right for a base hit. Soft line drive over the first baseman Bush's head. And the Reds have a man on against Thornton. And the batter is Noelvi Marte.
Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Marte has popped out and flied out. Light's beginning to have more and more of an effect. In a few minutes, they'll have complete in charge of the brightness of the field as the sun has set. Cloudy here in Cincinnati. Muggy on this Friday night. Still waiting for the attendance figure. I don't see a whole lot of empty seats. It's a good audience, and plenty of Cub fans are here. I'd say 30, 32 maybe.
It's right on target with your guess.
I was trying to be.
Yeah, 33,233.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah, the 1-1. Ground ball to short. Swanson goes to Horner. There's one. Over to first. That's a double play. 6-4-3 on the double play. Terry Francona holding up his hand as if to say, I might want to challenge the back end of that play at first.
Nico had to double clutch slightly before making the turn and throw. But the Reds will not challenge this play, so mark it down as 6-4-3 double play.
Quickly 2 down. It's an absolute pleasure to watch those guys play. Dansby Swanson and Nico Horner. In fact, the whole infield is outstanding. Alex Bregman at third and Michael Bush at first. It's got to be one of the very best defensive infields in all of baseball.
He's talking about this with Craig Counsell in the pregame show during the manager show.
Edwin Arroyo, the batter. He'll hit a fly ball that should be playable in left center. It is for PCA. Inning over. Nice job by Trent Thornton. We'll get back to this in a moment, Zach, as we move to the 7th inning. 1-0 Cincinnati leading on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has been a trusted presence at Wrigley Field for generations, delivering reliable, sustainable restroom solutions for fans. Today, Sloan is expanding beyond the restroom and into the concourse with innovative bottle fillers, providing clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. From water efficiency to innovation, Sloan continues to support the Cubs and their fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go.
Whether you're starting college for the first time, finishing the degree you began years ago, or ready to take the next step with a graduate program, NLU means business. At National Louis University, our business programs are designed to fit your goals, your schedule, and your future. With flexible options, expert faculty, and career-focused learning. Join us at an upcoming open house and discover where a business degree can take you. NLU means business. Visit nl.edu to learn more and register today.
When you shop for a new Chevy at Bob Joss Chevrolet, you'll be more than happy. You'll be Jossified. That's the feeling you get when you enjoy outstanding savings from Bob Joss Chevrolet in Elburn. Right now, save on a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with 0% APR financing plus no payment for 90 days. Bob Joss Chevrolet in Elburn, next to Reams Meat Market. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Includes tax, title, and license on select models with approved credit through GM Financial. See dealer for details. Expires 8/3/2026.
When buying your next car, let Consumers Credit Union put you in the driver's seat with competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Before we start the top of the 7th, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Michael Bush leads off the top of the 7th and looks at a ball off the outside, but the Reds are going to challenge this. This ball strike challenge answered by Northwestern, and as take a look at video board, just clips the outside edge near the top of the zone for a strike. The call is reversed. 0-1 count on Bush with Hunter Green on the mound. A 1-0 lead for Cincinnati. Here's the pitch. Bush runs another on foul off to the right. So the count is 0-2. The Reds have made some defensive changes. TJ Friedel is now in the game playing center field. Spencer Steer replaces Noel V. Marte in right. The pitch is a cold strike 3. As Green freezes Bush with a splitter right down the middle near the bottom of the zone. That is 11 strikeouts tonight for Green. And the reason the crowd is going crazy here at Great American Ballpark is that earns the fans in attendance a free pizza. Seiya Suzuki in the box, looks at a ball low and outside, a slider that missed. 1-0. Detail Cruz with a small shot, not even the only run of the game. The pitch. Seiya lines one over a leaping row and a runner. Suzuki's second hit of the game, the first a double in the second, and presents the time run at first with one away here in the top of the 7th.
This would be a good time for Ian Happ, who went to college here and undoubtedly is playing in front of family and friends, to get a hold of one and give the Cubs the lead.
Happ singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Switch hitter batting for the left side against the right-hander Green. The kick and pitch up high to Happ, 1-0. Prior to tonight, 63 games for Happ here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, a .291 batting average, 18 home runs, 51 runs batted in. Suzuki at first, on away. The pitch to Happ. High again, ball 2.
Be the one right here, Zach. 2-0. You don't think Green will going to fall? This might be in a very pivotal error.
Works on the first base out of the rubber. Set bell tie. Here's swings and misses. Zipped a fastball by him at 98 miles per hour. Stewart holding on Suzuki at first. 2-1 the count with one away here in the 7th. The pitch. Inside to Happ, backing him off the plate with a fastball. It's now 3-1.
Suzuki, he is moving on 3-1. I would
popped in the air, foul eye off left by Happ.
He might be moving on 3-2.
One down the step, Cincinnati 1 lead, the opener of this 3-game set here at Great American Ballpark. The twilight hour here in Cincinnati. Here's the 3-2. Fouls it back out of play off to the left.
Green up to 86 pitches. No activity just yet in the Red bullpen, but there will be very soon, you would think.
Suzuki at first, 1 down. Top 7, 1-0 Reds. Now time called by the catcher Stevenson. Knocked out to the mound to have a conversation with Green.
I see some Red bullpen walking around now, way out left center, walking up.
This will be pitch number 7 of this at-bat with Ian Happ at the plate and Hunter Green on the mound. Suzuki at first, 1 away, top 7, 1-0 Cincinnati. Green's ready. The pitch. It's low, ball 4. So now the Cubs have something cooking here in the top of the 7th. Men at first and second, just 1 away, and Nico Horner will stand in.
Quality play parents for Ian Happ fouled off a few pitches and took a pitch down low for ball four and couldn't with one away.
Corners 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Nico swings and fouls it at the plate. 0-1. Walks out of game. Speeding in the work zone is like arguing with the ump. A no-win. Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Suzuki, the tying run at second base. Happ the go-ahead run at first. Just one away, top 7. Reds with a 1-0 lead. Horner waits for the 0-1. Green checks second. Works his motion and deals. And a Horner hits one in the air, right center field, ranging over Friedel. He makes a backhanded catch. Tagging and advancing to third base is Suzuki. 2 away, but at the corner. And I can do up.
Friedel and Steer converting in the game. Friedel, the center fielder, took control, made a catch. Now the two down. Coming up for Mike Conforto.
Conforto has had so many clutch hits this season for the Cubs in little playing time. 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. Men at the corners, 2 away. Now the pitch. Conforto looks at a strike, a splitter that comes into the zone, 0-1. Suzuki at third, Happ at first, 2 away. Here's the 0-1 to Conforto. Back off to the left out play. Conforto in the hole, 0-2.
Reds pitchers Woodford and Johnson now warming up in their bullpen way out beyond the left infield fence.
0-2 the count on Conforto, and Michael calls time, steps out of the box, takes a practice swing. Big spot of the game. Reds up 1-0, but the Cubs threatening. The tying run, Suzuki at third, Happ the go-ahead run at first. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. 0-1 Conforto. Green's ready. The kick and pitch. And that one just missed, and the Reds are going to challenge it. Looked like it was off the outside. Let's see what the replay shows. And it is a ball off the outside.
So it's confirmed Cincinnati has 1 challenge remaining.
So as you heard from the crew chief, Jim Wolf, the Reds lose a challenge. Conforto stays alive. The count is 1-2. Men in the corners, 2 away here in the 7th. The pitch. Conforto swings and misses. Strike 3, a splitter in the third. Stevenson throws first. And the Cubs leave 2, and Conforto strikes out. We head to the bottom of the 7th here in Cincinnati. Time leading the Cubs 1-0 on the score. The Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
From the ballpark to the beach, Sea Glass wines are here to help you unwind. Sustainably crafted and refreshingly delicious, Sea Glass brings you the bright, crisp taste of California's Central Coast. No matter where the game takes you, whether you're meeting up before the game or kicking back after a well-earned win, Sea Glass is the perfect companion. So relax, refresh, and find your coastal state of mind with Sea Glass. proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
1-0 Cincinnati as we begin the bottom of the seventh inning here at Great American Ballpark. The seventh inning is sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. Cubs have a new man on the mound. 29-year-old right-hander Jake Woodford takes over. And his first pitch to Key Brian Hayes is a sinking fastball in the zone for strike one. Woodford began the year in Milwaukee. 16 games, a 1-0 record, and an ERA of nearly 7. The next pitch is low and outside as Woodford misses with a sweeper. Count is 1-1 on Hayes, the number 9 hitter in the Cincinnati order. Ellie De La Cruz with a solo shot off Shota Imanaga in the 5th. 1-0 Reds. The pitch off the outside. 2-1. Woodford's traveled. If you listen to the pregame show earlier tonight, he's pitched for every team in the National League Central except for Cincinnati. And the 2-1. That's a called strike. Fastball clocked at 94 miles per hour from Woodford. 2-2 on Hayes. Woodford broke in 2020 with St. Louis. Also pitched with the White Sox, the Pirates, Arizona, the Brewers, and now the Cubs. The pitch misses outside. It's now 3-2. Imanaga worked the first 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 7 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Woodford, the right-hander, works his motion, and Hayes pops it foul out of play off to the right. 3-2. Hayes 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a flyout. We're coming to you live all season long for the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Woodford zips a fastball by Hayes. 1 away, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at 1 price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Zach, the Red bullpen is kind of hard to see. We are blocked out by the left center field fence primarily. Can't tell if anybody is warming or if Hunter Green is expected to continue pitching in the 8th inning. We'll see.
Ellie De La Cruz at the plate and looks at a fastball up high from Woodford. De La Cruz, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Woodford. Bregman playing almost halfway between second and third and in. The pitch. Misses up high. That's a slow-moving sweeper.
Zach, if it sounds like I'm kind of anxious for Hunter Green to leave the game, that would be accurate. He has been so good tonight.
So the Cubs are challenging that last pitch, and it's a strike right at the top of the zone. The call overturned. 1-1 the count now on De La Cruz. Woodford's ready. High leg kick and pitch. De La Cruz bounces it past Bush, fair. Down the right field line, it'll roll all the way to the corner. De La Cruz with excellent speed. He's on his way to third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Stand-up triple for Ellie De La Cruz on a hard-hit ground ball that just got past Bush and rolled all the way down the right field line.
Bush tried to stop it. He knew it was going to be at least a single, but when it went past him, it became a mini disaster because of the speed of Ellie De La Cruz. He's got those long strides, and he can go from home to the third about as fast as anybody in baseball.
Third triple of the season for De La Cruz. Infield now in for the Cubs with 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sal Stewart at the plate. Woodford deals and misses with a sinker. The count is 1-0. Stewart is 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of singles. Infield in for the Cubs with De La Cruz at third. The pitch. Check swing and a pitch off the outside on appeal. No swing, says Tyler Jones at first. So the count is 2-0 on the dangerous Sal Stewart. Woodford puts the ball in the glove, sets bell tie. And the 2-0. Stewart lines one into center. It's caught deep by Pete Crow Armstrong, tagging and coming home. De La Cruz, he scores way ahead of the throw. And the Reds take a 2-0 lead over the Cubs here in the 7th on the sacrifice fly by Sal Stewart.
The attendance tonight, Zach, 30,878. 30878.
So 2-0 Cincinnati with 2 away here in the 7th. Spencer Steer at the plate. The pitch. Steer looks at a strike, a fastball. 0-1. Woodford's ready. Works his motion and deals. And misses low and outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Stewart. Cubs had a major chance in the top half of this frame. They had 2 on, just 1 away to score as Steer looks at a ball inside. 2-1. And wouldn't you know it, here in the bottom of the 7th immediately, the Reds put an insurance run on the board on a sacrifice fly by Stewart. 2-0 Reds. The pitch. Steer hits it foul to the right.
I don't feel bad, Zach, about get by him, but he gave it a great effort. And you're trying to make a play. You're trying to get it out instead of just saying, give him a single. No, you can't play that way. You're trying to get an out on the play, and because of that, you have to kind of dive for it.
Hopper snagged by Swanson, who then knocks it down on the edge of the outfield grass, but can't corral it on the transfer. And safe at first is Steer with an infield single, his 3rd hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, that's a hit all the way. But Bush really has nothing to feel bad about. He tried to make a play, couldn't make it. It got by him. And the man with great speed, Ellie De La Cruz, went all the way to 3rd.
Time called as Carson Kelly walks out to the mound to talk to the right-hander Jake Woodford. Yeah, you're right about Bush. There's a smash down the first base line. He tried to make a sliding stop behind the bag. He just couldn't do it. And you knew once that got by him, it started rolling all the way to the corner with De La Cruz's speed. That was going to be a triple, and it was, standing up. Moments later, he scored on the sacrifice fly by Stewart. 2-0 Reds here with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. The cleanup man, J.J. Bleday at the plate with Steer at first base being held by Bush. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Cubs vacating the third base position with their defensive alignment at the moment. Bleday, a left-handed batter. Bregman playing in, almost equidistant between 2nd and 3rd. The pitch. Bleday hits one in the air, deep right center field. Crow Armstrong back at the track, near the wall, looks up, and it's gone. 2-run home run for J.J. Bleday. And the Reds now up 4-0 here in the 7th. A 417-foot blast for Bleday, his 15th home run of the year. Cincinnati now with some breathing room, a 4-0 lead over the Cubs in the 7th. Eugenio Suarez at plate down. Woodford delivers. And spins a breaking ball into the zone for a strike on 1.
An area where Bleday hit that ball, Zach, there's a corridor of about 100 feet from straightaway right out to right center. Really carries here, and that landed in that area. close to dead center. It was well hit, but it got some extra carry.
Woodford's ready. The kick and pitch. Cold strike. Sinking fastball. The top of the zone, Woodford. 1-2. The pitch. Line drive over a leaping Bregman for a base hit to left. Backhanded by Happ in the corner. Quickly gets it back to the infield to hold Suarez to a single. Fourth hit of the frame for the Reds. And Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy will walk out to the mound and have a conversation with the 29-year-old Jake Woodford. Having some difficulty here in the seventh in his Cubs debut.
It's being out in the game. I didn't realize the disparity until I looked at it a minute ago. They're being out hit 12-3 by Cincinnati in this game.
Yeah, Hunter Green has been dominant. 12 strikeouts. Seiya Suzuki with 2 of those 3 hits for the Cubs bat. A double in the second, a single in the seventh. And Ian Happ, the only other Cub to reach base. He's done so twice.
Zach, we're going to take a little look at some baseball history brought to you by Village of Bedford Park. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park.
Tyler Stevens at the plate, right in at first and 2 away. 4-0 Reds. The pitch is up for 1.
1934 All-Star Game took place on this date, July 10, 1934, at the old Polo Grounds in New York.
Now the 1-0. Stevenson dribbles one left to the mound, fielded by Woodford, fires to first, not in time. Stevenson beats it out. Infield single for Tyler Stevenson. The Reds have men at first and second with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Up 4-0 over Cubs. He'll dig in. He'll hit for the first time. Came in as a defensive replacement in the top half of this inning. Righty-lefty matchup. Woodford sets, bell tie. A long set. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter, 0-1.
1934 All-Star Game. This is a famous thing that happened at the Polo Grounds. The Giants pitcher was Carl Hubble. He had a great screwball. He struck out 5 straight batters, and wait till I tell you who the 5 were.
Here's the pitch. Friedel fouls it back.
Again, this is an all-star game. Consecutively, his nickname was King Carl. Carl Hubble struck out Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, and Joe Cronin. 5 great sluggers. In the case of Ruth and Gehrig, 2 of the greatest all time.
That's pretty special. 0-2 the count with Friedel at the plate. 2 on, 2 away. The pitch. Way outside. The sweeper that missed. 1-2 on Friedel. Woodford peers in, gets the sign from Kelly, straightens up, sets bell tie, works his motion and deals. And Friedel pops it foul just to our left, out of play. 1-2.
Jonathan Sanchez of the Giants pitched a no-hitter on this date in 2009 at AT&T Park. He shut down the Padres on no hits.
A 1-2. Fouled on the ground off to the right by Friedel.
David Ortiz established a new record for career hits by a DH when he doubled in the second inning of the Red Sox 11-4 win over Seattle. Big Papi surpassed Harold Baines with his 1,689th hit as a DH.
Friedel grounds it foul off to the right again. 1-2 the count.
Cool nickname, Big Poppy.
Great nickname. Great player.
Good clutch player. Had that big World Series.
A legend in Boston forever.
Yeah, that's true.
2 on, 2 away. Bottom 7, 4-0 Reds. 1 and 2 on Friedel. Woodford delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that ends the 7th inning, but not before the Reds put 3 more runs on the board. They're up 4-0 over the Cubs as we head to the 8th. On the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. With premium brands like Bosch and Thermador, Grand Appliance can help your home perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
It's a known fact that dogs can hear frequencies too high-pitched for human ears, so Tito's Handmade Vodka made this message just for them. That was us telling all the dogs that Tito's partners with thousands of animal nonprofits to help with vet care, adoptions, and more. The dogs liked that. They also liked it when we asked, "Who's a very good dog?" Tito's, the vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
The 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K, to donate your car today. Alongside Pat Hughes, Zach Sidman with you. Reds with a 4-0 lead over the Cubs as we begin the 8th inning. But starter Hunter Green has left the game, and left-hander Brock Burke will take over. 29 years old, 3-4 this season with a 3.12 ERA in 45 appearances. Carson Kelly will stand in to lead off the 8th for the Cubs, right-handed batter. Burke kicks and fires and starts off Kelly with a slider that spins into the zone for a strike. 0-1. Green went 7 innings of scoreless baseball. Scattered 3 hits, walked 1, and struck out 12. The pitch. Kelly hits a ground ball right side, sliding stop to his left by Arroyo, and his throw to first is in time to get Kelly 1 away. Nice play by the Reds' second baseman.
He was stationed over near the middle of the diamond, had quite a ways to go toward first, but he made a scrambling stop, spun around, and then got his man.
So here is Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Reds up 4-0, 1 down, top of the 8th. Burke delivers. Swanson swings and misses at a slider in the hole. 0-1. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Swanson looks at a pitch in the dirt. So the count is 1-1. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Now the 1-1 from Burke. Swanson swings and misses out in front of a changeup, 1-2. Stay tuned for the toast of the game presented by Benny's Beverage Depot coming up in the 9th inning. Burke peers in, gets the sign from his catcher, Stevenson. He's ready, works his motion and deals. And Swanson hits a chop left side, cut off by the third baseman, Hayes. His throw to first, not in time. Swanson beats it out.
Safe as the initial call immediately Terry Francona, the Reds manager, holds up the hand, and he's conferring with his video people, and they're not going to challenge it. Good hustle by Dansby Swanson.
You have often said sometimes it's the little things that lead to a big inning. We'll see if this does. Swanson at first. Pete Crow Armstrong will dig in. He's happy to be facing anybody not named Hunter Green. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Burke delivers, and Crow Armstrong looks at a fastball outside, 1-0. PCA is 0 for 3 tonight with 3 strikeouts.
Exactly. We've been around this park many, many years. A big inning is always possible here in Cincinnati.
The pitch. Crow Armstrong pops it up on the infield. Left side, foul territory. Hayes has a play and makes the catch about halfway between home and third. PCA pops out in foul territory, 2 away. Alex Bregman will now dig in. He's 0 for 3. Swanson is at first. 2 away here in the 8th. Cincinnati up 4-0. Bregman pulls one on the ground, foul off to the left. 0-1. Time to see how we did with our guesses in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The actual attendance tonight here at Great American Ballpark, 30,878. It turns out I was a little closer than you, as Bregman looks at a ball low, 1-1 the count. I had a guess of 30,000.
What was my guess again?
33,000 and change. Burke peers in. He's ready. Checks first. That's where Swanson is. And the pitch. Bregman swings and misses. 1-2. There's a slider low.
Bregman 2 for 12 in the series in Baltimore. Hitless in tonight's game.
The next pitch in the dirt. A swing and a miss by Bregman. Strike 3. And that ends the top half of the 8th inning. Swanson stranded at first base. Middle 8, Reds 4, Cubs nothing. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Leaks, clogs, or burst pipes. Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911, providing professional, licensed local 130 plumbers who get the job done right the first time. For 24/7 emergency plumbing service, call 833-PLUM-911.
Welcome to Old National Bank. Is that a suit of bubble wrap?
Hi. Yeah, I'm all about protecting myself and my finances. I understand Old National takes protection seriously.
You bet. We protect you with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
So bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah, came with my couch.
Financial protection for today and tomorrow. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear. Suits 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
A reminder to stay tuned for the Old National Bank Cubs Radio Postgame Show, the official bank of the Cubs Radio Network, coming up after the game with Mike Esposito. Bottom 8 here in Cincinnati. Reds up 4-0. Jake Woodford working his second inning, and he starts off Edwin Arroyo with a cutter for a strike. 0-1. Hunter Green started for Cincinnati, and he was flat-out dominant, pitching the first 7 innings. Scattered 3 hits as Arroyo hits one in the air deep down the right field line, but hooking way foul out of play. It did not have home run distance. 0-2 on Arroyo. Switch hitter now batting from the left side against the right-hander Woodford. Green struck out 12 in 7 innings of work. Here's the 0-2. That's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Arroyo. Ellie De La Cruz hit a solo shot off Shota Imanaga in the 5th. Imanaga went 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 7 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The 1-2. Arroyo taps it foul at the plate to stay alive, just getting a piece of a changeup. Trent Thornton pitched a scoreless 6th inning, and then in the 7th, the Reds scored 3 times off of Jake Woodford. Sacrifice fly by Sal Stewart and a 2-run shot by J.J. Bleday. So that's where we stand. 4-0 Cincinnati here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Woodford works his motion and deals, and this one's fouled back off the screen by Arroyo.
We'll be right back out here, Zach, again tomorrow night. Game 2 in the series at 6:10 Central Time. Javier Assad against left-hander Nick Lodolo. Sunday is a day game at 12:40. Back home.
The 1-2. Arroyo swings and misses. Strike 3. A sweeper that gets the Red second baseman. So out number 1 here in the 8th as Woodford strikes out Arroyo. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by our Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Now the batter, Key Brian Hayes, right-handed hitter. The pitch. High and inside for ball 1. Got to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. As Woodford delivers, Hayes hits a high fly ball to right. Routine for Suzuki, who's under it and makes the catch, angling toward the line for out number 2. Download the Club Citgo app, save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. First place Milwaukee rained out in Pittsburgh tonight. The Braves and Cardinals are delayed by rain in the 4th inning in St. Louis. That game is scoreless. Ellie De La Cruz digs in with 2 away here in the 8th. Switch hitter batting from the left side. The pitch. Breaking ball off the outside. 1-0. De La Cruz has had a big game. I mentioned the solo home run in the 5th. He got the rally started in the 7th for Cincinnati with a triple. The pitch. And a high fly ball into center field. Coming in, Crow Armstrong, and he makes the catch for out number 3 as the Reds go down in order in the 8th. Do the Cubs have a comeback in them in Cincinnati? We'll find out next. We head to the 9th. Cincinnati up 4-0 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
All my life, my mom sacrificed for our family. So when she needed a liver transplant and I learned I was a match, I didn't hesitate to be her donor. Northwestern Medicine made the process seamless for both of us, including speaking to my mom in Spanish.
Top 10 in the nation for transplant volume, Francisco's living donor team removed part of his liver for his mom's transplant. Northwestern Medicine has saved the most lives through organ transplant in Illinois and its surrounding states. Northwestern Medicine. Better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My best advice to you when hiring a lawyer for your injury case is simple. If you know court personnel, ask them who they'd hire. They know. If you know an insurance adjuster, ask them. They know. And then ask them about us. Ask them about Morgan & Morgan. They know. I look forward to talking to you soon. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal.
based on WSJ's 2025 rankings. See southwest.com/WSJ.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Getting set for the top of the ninth, 4-0 Cincinnati. The ninth inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com.
Emilio Pagan, the closer for the Reds, is out to work the ninth inning, sporting some rather fancy-looking red shoes, and they go all the way up to almost knee level. Almost look like snowshoes. He looks like he's getting ready to plow the driveway. Michael Busch will lead off this ninth inning and take a strike, and the count is 0-1.
Can I make a slight clarification?
Please do.
As Michael Busch is challenging that strike call, we take a look at the replay here. And it is a strike right along the inside edge. That ball strike challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. But Pagan is wearing red shoes, you're right, but he's also wearing red socks that go all the way up to the knees.
It's all part of the look, Zach. Here comes the 0-1 to Michael Busch. And Michael takes low and inside. Cubs need base runners, and they need them right away.
Pitching changes by Cubs opponents, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
And the 1-1, fastball outside. I can just imagine a guy heading out and wife calling out, "Don't forget the sidewalk." Here comes the 2-1. Fouled away, back out of play. 2-2.
So what you're saying is, in the middle of winter back home, when you're shoveling snow, you're wearing an outfit very similar to Pagan tonight.
Mine would be blue. I'll be blue. He's a red. I'm a Cub. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Michael Busch. And it's a fastball, strike three called. Busch wants to challenge. He wants Jim Wolf and the crew to take another look. He thought it was either low or inside. We are watching the replay right now, and Busch is out on strikes.
Ball confirmed. Chicago is out of challenges.
Cubs are now out of challenges. Also running out of outs. One away in the ninth inning. Trailing 4-0.
That ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. The top of the ball clipped the bottom of the zone near the outside edge.
And Suzuki, the batter. Suzuki with a single and a double. Pops it up foul. This ball is going to be out of play. Suzuki, the only guy with more than one hit in the game. The Cubs offense just doing very little. A grand total of 4 hits in the game, just one extra base knock. That was a double by Suzuki back in the second inning. Hunter Green was dominant tonight.
12 strikeouts in 7 innings of work.
One away, ninth inning, 4-0 Cincinnati. Curveball drops low and away to Suzuki. What do you got, Zach?
Matt, we need a catch up a game sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Those catches are a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
Swing and a miss by Sayar.
Michael Busch had a nice leaping snag of a liner by Spencer Steer in the 5th inning.
Let's do that one.
So we'll make that the catch of the game.
Suzuki desperately trying to start a ninth inning rally. Cubs being out-hit 13-4 and trailing 4-0. Here's the 1-2 pitch from the right-hander Pagan. A long look. I'm not sure what he was looking at with the bases empty, but he misses low and outside. The count 2-2.
Cubs stolen bases are sponsored by Atturo, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe with Atturo tires. Find yours at Atturo.com.
And the 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 call. Suzuki is out on strikes. I didn't like the call. He thought it was inside as we watch it again. That's a good pitch. Good call. 2 down on the batter, Ian Happ.
Cubs have struck out 15 times tonight as a team.
And the Reds on the brink of winning game 1 of this 3-game series leading up to the All-Star break. As Ian Happ will take down low for a ball. Ian with a strikeout and a single and a walk.
And the Reds will challenge this. And it was low. So the Reds are out of challenges.
Cincinnati is out of challenge.
That ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Game 2 tomorrow night. Same time as this evening. 6:10 Central Time. Here comes the 1-0 from Pagan to Happ. Ian batting left-handed. And he will take a fastball away. Ball 2, 2-0. The Reds with their City Connect shirts, they wear black shirts. You've got the umpires out there. I've glanced up tonight a few times, Zach. I thought they had 7 infielders. All wearing black shirts. I thought, now that's not fair.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty is a lot higher when that happens.
No wonder they're leading. 2-1 on Happ. Cubs down to their last chance. Emilio Pagan fires. Here's a swing and a miss. And now the Cubs are down to their last strike. Fans are standing. 30,000 plus were here tonight. 30,878. And the 2-2 to Happ. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. And the Reds win.